Good morning. Today is August 29th, 2025, and I am sitting waiting to go in for work, and these two are at it again. This time, the van right here has his phone, that light inside the van, and it flashed. So maybe he took a picture of me. I don't know. I know yesterday I went to my parents' house to check on my dog, and my mom was like, "Oh, she doesn't have dog food." So I went to the store to get her some dog food. And on the way to the store, I passed by I want to say a high school or a middle school. I don't know. So I wasn't paying attention. I just know it was a school. It was a truck sitting outside. As I passed by, he took a picture of me because it was a flash. It wasn't just, had his phone out. It was a flash. He took a picture of me. Then he drove away. Then it was a guy on his bike. And then, of course, they slowed up traffic, and he acted like he was on his phone. And as the phone is up to his ear, the camera is pointed towards me. And these aren't coincidences. Everything is orchestrated. Everything is, they're told what to do, when to do it, what time. They watch and anticipate your every move. This morning when I left for work, I left early because school's back in and I didn't want to be behind any school buses. And as soon as I left, um, the guy next door, he left, and then the house next to that guy, we all left at the same time. And then yesterday when I arrived at my parents' house, the neighbors, they're kind of across the street, but it's like kitty corner. I don't know how to explain it unless I show it to you. They had DoorDash delivered right when I arrived at work. My coworkers have DoorDash delivered to them, and then it's left at my desk. Or if I go to Wendy's later that day, they go to Wendy's. So it's like they're trying to match. Excuse me, match all my transactions to say, oh, look, now I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. Radio wasn't on. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all did see that. Radio was not on. Turned it on. It's them too. I want y'all to see that. Y'all saw my radio wasn't on. It came on by itself. I actually got it on video this time. But yeah, that's what they do. So when I went to the store yesterday, I got my dog some dog food. The lady, the worker that works there at the store, I'm sorry, I'm still waking up. They walk by with those, I don't know what they are. They're like price guns or whatever, but they pick up what you are buying and they actually take pictures. And she walked by me as I was standing in line, and then she did like a signal. They flick their nose or scratch over one eye or cover one eye or whatever they do. And even though I was paying with cash, they still send it to whomever. So as I'm leaving the store, the same lady is standing outside with her hands on her hips, sending the transaction to my car. As you just seen, they do this all day. My radio won't turn off unless my car is off. I've been sitting here waiting to go to work for at least 15 minutes. My radio has been off. Y'all saw that. My radio was not on. Now it's on. They're over there. These two, same guy, same people. You can see his phone on because, like I said, he took a picture earlier. That's why I pulled out my camera. And him too in that truck. These are the same two that were there last week. But yeah, they send stuff to my car. When I'm at work, they come by with their hands in their pocket. They pick up whatever I'm doing on my computer. Then they come outside, send it to my car. And then wherever I go, whoever the handler is or whoever they send picks it up from the car and does whatever. Like I said, they're trying to match my transactions to be like, oh, well, I was there at this time, same time as you, and this happened, fraud happened, it had to be you, it couldn't be anybody else. Well, it's actually everybody else. It's actually everybody around you besides you. And it's hard to prove. Like, even though I just got this on camera, it's gonna be, oh, that's a malfunction. It's not a malfunction. They programmed it like that. When I took this car in for them to look at my tires, and right after that, I could never turn off the radio. And my old job, they would go outside and everyone stand by my car, or take all the parking spaces and leave one where, like, I had to park close to the to the building so they can send it to my car. Those are not coincidences. It's orchestrated. They do stuff like when you're in traffic, they want you to stop by. Let's just say, for example, you're driving along and there's a bank. Oh, there's a bank on the corner. There's a light coming up. Let's go slow so she can stop at the light. Have someone go to the ATM at the same time you're at the light. Take a picture. Have the person that's behind you in traffic take a picture of you, because the person at the ATM at the bank is doing something, and then fraud happens the same time you're at the light. It's not a coincidence. It's orchestrated. It happens to me wherever I go. If I'm stopped at a light and there's a Starbucks on the corner, because they know I like to go to Starbucks, and do the same thing. All of a sudden, traffic slows up. Now you're at the light, and then the people, around you, they're signaling each other. You'll see them all of a sudden start playing with their hair or looking in the mirror. What do you call it when they do their windshield wipers? Or it's just all kind of stuff. When you're a TI and you start seeing the same thing, I can tell you what's gonna happen before it happens. So, but it's usually someone in your family that sold you out. I have recently found out my own mama is involved in my gang stalking. We haven't been talking ever since we got into it, but yesterday she tried to find a place so I can help you. But then before, it was, I've done too much for you. Like, they gaslight you. They play with your mind and make you think that they're helping you, and they're the ones that's hurting you. And so I done figured out my mom's little game. She gonna make it seem like I was impersonating her. Everywhere I have shopped, she shopped right behind me. And then be like, oh, you want to use my card? Because I'm named after my mom, for those that don't know. I'm a junior. And then it's gonna be, that's not me. That wasn't me. She stole that from me. Or, I'm not even worried about it. I know I'm not doing anything, but it's just the fact that it's gonna be everybody's word against mine. So if you're a TI, everyone's gang stalking is different. No one's is exactly the same. You know what I mean? Like, some people are just followed everywhere. Some people are work mobbed, or some people just where they live, they make noise so there's no peace. Or, mine is all of the above. I have no peace at home. I don't even have a home right now. They work mob me. They follow me everywhere. Everywhere I go, it's gonna be like, whoa, I was here at the same time as you. It had to be you. It's fraud. Now look, they're getting out their cars at the same time. And these are the same two from the last week that I got on camera. Same thing happened. The thing is, last week, I pulled the camera out as the radio was already on. They had turned it on. But y'all know I was sitting here talking to y'all. Radio was not on. It was completely quiet in here. And then it came on when that white van pulled up with his phone after he took a picture. So it's going to be, oh, we were out here working and she was da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, got y'all on camera this time. But it's the same too, and then they do the same signals. I want y'all to see. Let's see what they're going to do. After they see how his hands is in his pocket. Let's see. They usually rub their head, flick their nose, point. Look, where'd he go? Well, it's the same too, guys. They're taking their time today. Maybe they know I was recording them last week. But his phone is still in there, picking up or sending whatever to my car.
The 23-year-old shooter was a former student whose mother once worked at the church. The shooter was born a male but filed for a name change at just 17 years old with parental approval. Officials say that shooter left multiple anti-religious references in his manifesto and written on firearms. That manifesto expressed a deep hatred toward almost all groups and people, including African Americans, President Trump, and Jewish people.
A conservative activist and political analyst says President Trump is trying to restore the Smithsonian.
I don't want the video to be too long, but see how his hands are in his pocket? That's a signal. That's a tactic. Sorry, I don't know what words to use sometimes, guys, so please forgive me. Oh, there they go. They're gonna act like they're pointing at nothing because there's nothing on that ground.
He says, virtually every institution in American life we have respected over the years has been taken over by the left.
The museums are run by people that often graduated from very left-wing Ivy League universities.
So right now it's gonna be the guy with the highlighter shirt on doing the signaling.
Go into these museums and they make the museums reflect the anti-American history they learned in college. Just like filmmakers graduate, go to Hollywood and make films that are anti-American and anti-military.
Bowers says conservatives have spent very little time trying to win back the culture.
Donald Trump understands the culture. He's just trying to restore to the Smithsonian the kind of things people would save most of their lives.
There they go. Yep, what I say. Rubbing hair, pointing. I told you I can call this shit before it happens because it happens so much around me. Now y'all see the radio went off on its own, right? Now let's see how long me sitting here it's gonna come back on. I'm not turning it on. I'm not pushing the key or anything. But see how he pointing everywhere, keep touching his face and putting his hand back in his pocket. And see their techniques. It's made to be like, oh, well, that's everyday stuff. That's what they do. That's, you know, that's normal. It's not. It's not. Trust me. I've seen it. How many times he gonna keep pointing at the same thing? How many times he gonna keep touching his face, rubbing his head and putting his hand back in his pocket? But I'm done. They're boring me because I've seen this show already. But anywho, I just wanted to get on and say that just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware, like when you make a transaction, if you're a TI, a real one and not a perp, not acting like one, you make a transaction. Pay attention to who calls you right afterwards because they want your phone to be open. That's another thing that I've noticed too. So I go out with this guy or whatever, and I know he's part of it, but I like him, so I don't care. It's like, what can you do, right? So anyway, you go out and they signal each other, and they always sit us by the cash register where people pay. And then, so what they do, one person will go up to pay, and then another person that sits kind of close to you will have their phone open. So it's like, oh, I got their transaction, and then they send it back to the other person, but it's going to be traced back to you. And they'll have their phone open, or they'll be like they're looking through their phone, or they want to show you a picture, or, you know, just to have the phone open. That they have to have the phone open. And there's a lot of stuff that I've been learning since I've been a TI, that things are just not, in this world, things are not what they seem. Things are just not what they seem. Like I said, everything is fake. Everything is orchestrated. It's like a movie. Everything's directed. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because I don't want it to be too long. But I hope everyone has a good Friday, a good holiday weekend. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Be blessed, real TIs. You guys are on my mind. Have a good one.